What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Three's Magic Gaming. In this video, I'm going to be talking about one of the best tanks in Marvel Rivals, aka the Hulk. Now, the Hulk, to me, he has some of the best mobility, some of the best damage, and he has one of the best combos with his ultimate if you know how to use it right. Let's go ahead and get right into why I think the Hulk is better than your man. Now, what kind of character is the Hulk specifically? The Hulk is a dive/brawl tank and excels at putting pressure on enemy backlines and front lines. Because of his ability to jump in and out of the enemy's front and back lines so much, they have to keep on getting ready for his pressure and trying to avoid his damage that's incoming, trying to get away from him, which will remove enemy cooldowns and distract them while their front line is getting obliterated by the rest of the team. He's got really strong cooldowns, a good getaway ability, and he has his shield, which stops most damage for a really short burst that can save his life whenever he really needs some help. Enough about the overview, let's get right into his abilities. Let's go ahead and start at the bottom with Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner's primary fire, aka his gamma ray gun, is a single shot blaster with delayed damage. Every shot does 16 damage, it has 25 ammo with a 5-second fire rate. This is pretty much the worst weapon in the game. Like, there's nothing to do with this. If you get a kill with it, you're pretty cool, but there's no point to even talk about this weapon. Its only use is trying to recharge your ultimate meter whenever you need to get back into Hero Hulk. We're going to talk about in a second. Bruce Banner's next ability is the Gamma Grenade. This is a grenade that shoots gamma when you throw it down. It does 40 damage, has an 8-second cooldown, and has a 3-meter blast radius. A special effect with this grenade is that whenever Bruce Banner himself is standing in the blast radius, he gets 8% of his ultimate charge back, which, if you ask me, is really good and useful if you're trying to get that ult back as fast as possible. He also gets more ult charge if it hits an enemy, so whenever you get walked up on by an enemy, make sure you throw your gamma grenade at the ground at both of your feet, so that way you get an 8% and you get more ultimate boost from them getting hit by the grenade. Okay, we're done talking about Bruce Banner now. Once you have your ultimate bar fully charged as Bruce Banner, you can use his ultimate to transform into the main star of this show, Hero Hulk. We're going to start with his R2 ability, or his heavy blow, which is his basic punch combo. It deals 40 damage and will completely ignore enemy shields like Doctor Strange or Magneto shields. A quick tip is to always make sure you're holding down your punch button to maximize your damage dealt, no matter if you're jumping or if you're running back to the fight. Hulk's X ability is called Indestructible Guard, and it is one of the best parts of his kits. This move generates a gamma bubble shield around Hulk and anyone standing near him. Hulk's bubble has 200 health, while allied bubbles only have 100. It has a 12-second cooldown and a maximum field spell time of 2.5 seconds, meaning that from the moment Hulk uses this ability, he has 2.5 seconds to get the most out of it before it's gone. The reason why this ability is so integral to the Hulk is because it gives him a safety net if he needs to get out of a bad dive, or lets him have an effective move to use when he needs to peel for his own backline. Using it to block incoming enemy ultimates like Jeff, Namor, or Iron Man is something every good Hulk main should know how to do. There have been countless fights where a Jeff, or a Namor, or a Psylocke was trying to ult in the enemy backline. I jumped back there and used my Hulk bubble and saved everybody. They all cheer. Hulk's next ability, his LB, or Radioactive Lockdown, is a really underrated stun move. This ability allows the Hulk to shoot a gamma blast to immobilize any one enemy hit by it. By doing this, that enemy cannot be hit by anything except the Hulk's primary and his RB ability for 2 whole seconds. That means that they can't get healed, they can't get damaged, they can't get pushed, nothing unless the Hulk uses his heavy blow or his gamma burst. Whenever he uses either of those abilities on a frozen opponent, they'll instantly unfreeze. This can be used for clutch ultimate cancels or locking down low health enemies that are trying to run away from the Hulk. The downsides to this busted move are the fact that it has a whopping 15-second cooldown and requires really good aim to hit consistently. The hitbox for this move is super duper small, so you have to make sure you go into the practice range and learn how to aim it correctly while you're jumping and while you're just walking around. Speaking of Hulk's RB ability, also known as his Gamma Burst, the Hulk claps his hands to create a giant green blast that inflicts 70 damage. Not only that, but it has a pierce effect, meaning that Hulk can hit multiple targets if they're standing extremely close together. The cooldown on this move is 8 seconds and travels a far distance before fading away. It technically travels infinitely, but you're probably not going to be firing it from that far away, and it'll instantly dispel if it hits a wall or an enemy. The best way to use this move is to weave it in with your primary combo to get even bigger bursts of damage on enemies while they're trying to recover. Also, this move is good to hit enemies that are out of the Hulk's melee range or are on really low health. Lastly, for his Hero Hulk form is his Incredible Leap or his Jump. This ability replaces his normal jump, allowing him to leap high into the air like a Hulk MJ. He can also knock flying enemies to the ground if he jumps into them, which can help get that annoying Iron Man who no one shoots at out of the picture. Not only that, but he can cling to walls like Spider-Man after he jumps at a wall, which lets him jump even higher to get those enemy Iron Men. Now it's time to talk his ultimate, or as I like to call it, his Hulktimate.
Boo! You stink!
Whenever Hulk uses ultimate, he transforms into Monster Hulk. This transformation makes him bigger, stronger, and way angrier. His health shoots up to 1400, already making him a great damage sponge for anyone who dares stand up to him. His heavy blow gets an upgrade and can now knock enemies upward and deal 70 damage. This can be used in combo with his upgraded Incredible Leap to juggle an enemy, keeping them forever stun locked until Hulk takes them out. He can also grab onto walls after a leap, which lets him get even higher into the air if he needs to. Hulk's Gamma Burst now does 125 damage and only has a 1 second cooldown. This is the most vital move while you're in Monster Hulk because it can two-shot a squishy character if used in the proper juggle combo. Last is his Radioactive Lockdown, which now has double the speed and only has a 5 second cooldown. Now it's time to get to the tips and tricks section of this video. For my first tip, know when to take a fight. The Hulk's best chances of winning are when the enemy team is distracted by yours and you can go in and put some pressure on their backline. That means that you really need to learn to watch out for when the enemy is getting more pressure on your team or your team is getting more pressure on the enemy, because your dive really matters when you're on the Hulk. His best value is to put pressure on squishies or on defenseless tanks that can't really fight back against him. For example, Cloak and Dagger, Loki, Luna Snow, or Mantis. Most of them do have CC abilities that can stun the Hulk, which is one of his biggest weaknesses. But if you use his Gamma Bubble correctly, he won't even get hit by it, so that stuff doesn't even matter. The best use of your Gamma Burst, also known as your RB, is when you're first engaging with the enemy or if you need to finish off an escaping one. That basically means that your RB is your combo opener or your combo finisher. It does 70 damage, which is way more than any other Hero Hulk move, and has a literally infinite range. So if somebody's trying to run away from you, or you need to open up a combo to get some damage on them, go ahead and pop that Gamma Burst. Just make sure that you learn how to aim it. It's not too hard because of how big the hitbox is, but it's still pretty easy to miss. My next tip is to utilize his team-ups. If someone on your team is going Hulk, you should try to go Wolverine or Namor if they're not banned. His team up with Wolverine, aka the Fastball Special, lets Hulk pick Wolverine up in one hand and throw him forward like a baseball. This is basically like a second lunge for Wolverine, which lets him grab somebody, stun them, and get in some free hits before they can even get back up. If you combo that with the Hulk's punches and Gamma Burst, they can take out a tank in the snap of a finger. His next team up, the all-around better one, is his team up with Namor. He's also getting one with Black Panther in season 4, but we're not going to talk about that yet. His Namor team up lets Namor spawn a third Monstro Squid, which the community has dubbed the Laser Squid, or the Gamma Squid, or that really annoying thing that I want to kill but has too much health. Both Hulk and Namor on the same team, Namor can throw out his Laser Squid and it will automatically aim at whoever Namor aims at, shooting a gamma laser at them. Not only is this amazing for anti-dive, because of how much damage it does so fast, it can also be stacked up with Namor's L2 Trident move, which makes it do even more damage even faster. We're not going to get into Namor stuff though, because this is a Hulk video. And my last tip with Hulk is to make sure when you use your ultimate, your Hulk Smash ultimate, that you do not get CC'd. His hitbox gets so big that literally any stun in the game can hit him without that much effort. A Luna Freeze, Mantis Sleep, Magneto Push, Invis Push, Penny Web, literally anything you can think of, and he is a walking sponge. The reason why this is bad is because in that time, he can get hit with tons and tons of damage, which will basically be a waste to his Monster Hulk form and kind of a waste of your ultimate. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed my breakdown and tips and tricks of the Hulk. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitch, and leave some comments on this video talking about which character I should break down next. See you guys next time. 3 and out.